Welcome to Rev Sports. The IPL is back in full swing, and one of the most anticipated clashes of the season is upon us. Chennai Super Kings versus Royal Challengers Bengaluru. It's a rivalry that goes beyond just cricket. It's a clash of two of the biggest fan bases, two of the most iconic teams, and of course, two of the game's greatest legends, MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli. The last time these two sides met, we witnessed absolute drama. RCB knocked CSK out of the playoffs, and the celebrations at Chinnaswamy were nothing short of wild. Now we head to Chepauk, where CSK fans are eager for revenge. Tonight we'll break it all down: the on-field battle, the off-field fan war, the matchups to watch, and what's at stake. But let's get right into it. We have some fan visuals from Rohit. Rohit will also join us soon. Bharat Ramraj and Naman Suri also joins us. But I think Rohit is here with us. All right. Rohit, what is the mood like outside of Chepauk? It's Thala versus you. What are the fans? What's the mood like outside?
So Gargi, as of now, you can see right behind me the MA Chidambaram Stadium. You can see the building, and beneath that, you can see the security protocols are on. I'm here to just put my stuff inside the media box, and then I'll be out for the just to get into the atmosphere. As far as the atmosphere is considered, yes, I think since 3 p.m. in the afternoon, I was watching people, people in terms of fans. RCB fans are there, Chennai Super King fans are there. There is a lot of 60-40 in terms of jerseys which are selling out here. At the Mumbai game, it was only about Mahendra Singh Dhoni primarily. But in this particular fixture, I'm coming, covering all the Wallaja Road. From the start of the Wallaja Road towards this MA Chidambaram Stadium. It's MS Dhoni plus it's Virat Kohli. So, there are a lot of Virat Kohli fans. I can see a lot of Virat Kohli jerseys, in different part of the ground, in different entry and exit points of the ground. So, yes, the fans are here. It will be a, sold out contest. There were a lot of fans, watching my iCred and asking me that, can you arrange a ticket or can you give us a ticket? So, yes, there is a lot of there's a lot of buzz around this game, and all of them wanted to see, be it MS Dhoni, be it Virat Kohli, or their particular favorite cricketers. They all want to see them to win this one, at least to play good. As far as the first priority is that, can we see 50 or 100 from Virat Kohli, or can we see that 3 or 4 sixes from Mahendra Singh Dhoni's bat? They batted for long. There are announcements going on right behind me, so they have batted for long in the 2-day practice session. But yes, all are looking forward to today's contest, Kagi.
And when we talk about injury concerns, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and some from the CSK camp as well, Matisha Patira.
Gargi, I particularly asked about 3 players in the press conference yesterday. I attended both the press conferences from both the side. First there was Dinesh Karthik. Dinesh Karthik was here, and after that Stephen Fleming from the Chennai side. So from Dinesh Karthik, I asked about in particular about Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Virat Kohli. So my question was that is there any injury concerns, DK, as far as their team RCB is concerned? So he said that in his opinion there is no injuries as whatever he knows. But he told me that yes, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar having some problem on that particular game versus KKR. So yes, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, a little injury concerns for him. But I saw him bowling yesterday. He bowled for a little in that yesterday's practice session, but he was not full tilt. I really don't know that whether he will continue in this game or not, because they opted out, in the first game versus RCB. But at this particular point of time, I think whatever they are thinking, whatever they are getting is all about how they can get Bhuvaneshwar Kumar into the side. But as of now, the question is whether he'll go with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. As far as Virat Kohli is concerned, again Dinesh Karthik said yes, there were concerns about Virat Kohli also. His back issue also, but he said that he's too big a player to know that what to do with that particular injury, whether he has to play or not, that's his call. But whatever I saw yesterday, it was all about Virat Kohli batting. Day before yesterday, he batted for a lot versus spinners. So yes, there was some batting by Virat Kohli. But is he 100% fit? That will be the bigger question. As far as Matisha Patirana is concerned, I asked Stephen Fleming. He said that he is recovering from the injury. So his only answer is these 4-5 words: he is recovering from the injury. So about Matisha Patirana, he is recovering from injury. No other specific details that what the injury is about. When can we see him, back into the nets? From when he's got this injury? There's no answers on that. He just said that he's recovering from injury. So three answers, but not one answer where we can solidly say this that yes, all is being good as far as a particular player is concerned. Virat Kohli, yes, I think will be there. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, it's a little dicey. Pathirana, he's out. Gargi.
Who do you think has the upper hand going into this match? Both teams have started champions with the bang.
Exactly, Gargi. Both teams started with this wonderful win. Specifically, talking about the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, because they versus Kolkata Knight Riders, not been a happy outing for them if they go to the Kolkata Knight Riders. Home ground, Eden Gardens. They're not a good record for them. Going there and beating them is not every time they do it. Yes, Mumbai versus Chennai. Chennai operated the traditional way. Spinners against this Mumbai batting lineup. Khalil Ahmed did the early damage. But I think, yes, both the teams have started really well. But as far as, this contest is 11 is the streak. 22 times CSK won, 11 times RCB won. So you can see the complete difference. And more specifically, Gargi, if you talk about, both the teams in this particular ground, I was at school. I was in school at that point of time. I am hoping that you must be in school or before school. You are in your preschool era. I am talking about 2008, Gargi. I was pursuing class 10th at that point of time. And, at that point of time, RCB beat CSK in Chepauk. So, a tough task for them. Chennai is ahead. But I think RCB has that mettle, playing spinners. Yes, they have batters. Getting into the nerves of CSK. They did it last time around in Bengaluru. Will they able to do it this time around? That will be the major question.
Well, thank you so much, Rohit, for joining us. He has to leave us because he has to head inside as well and do the Hindi live. But Naman, Shomik, I'll ask the same question that I asked Rohit as well. Who has the upper hand in this game? We know the record between CSK and RCB at Chepauk. 16 years, RCB has not won a single match. But at the same time, they are looking good. Naman, why don't you start?
Sure, Gagi. Yeah, I mean, it is going to be a trial by spin for RCB. It is going to be a tough outing. Chennai being being the favorites, they know the conditions well. They have played one game. They're already winning that match, and I mean, they seem confident. And both of these teams are going to go with the same lineup. Both have won their match, but I think given that Chennai has played the game here, they have better knowledge about the conditions of here. And given the fact that last time around Mumbai played some 14 overs of spin, they bowled some 14 overs of spin, something that is what we can see. Given that I think the pitch might be on the slower side, so there might be someone in addition to Jadeja, Noor Ahmed, and Ashwin. There might be someone like Deepak Huda or even Rachin Ravindra bowling out a couple of overs here and there. So, I mean, Chennai obviously has the upper hand given the head-to-head they have and the conditions, the way they know the conditions. So it will be a difficult outing for RCB.
Naman says it will be a difficult outing for RCB. Bharat, what is your opinion on this? Who has the upper hand? Bharat, can you hear me? I don't think Bharat can hear me. Shomik, why don't you take the question?
Gargi, as we discussed at 5 at 5 live, so I'm sticking to that. Obviously, CSK will have the upper hand. Uh, Commiserations in advance to you. Um, but no, joke aside, see, if you look at the spin bowling, the spin pack of CSK, obviously on home turf, on home patch at Chepauk, I mean, um, you will think that they will have the upper hand given the quality of spinners they have And also, not only the spinners, also in a tight game, the players they have to break open the game, to the quality they have to take the team over the line, like Rachin Ravindra did in the last game. So on paper, at least on paper, CSK obviously will have the upper hand, but then again, RCB have some players who are very, very good players against spin. I mean, Virat Kohli, there is nothing more to say about Virat Kohli. There is, but Rajat Patidar also, he is a very, very good player against spin. At the same time, very rightly Naman mentioned, it's not only about Jadeja, Ashwin, or Noor Ahmed. I mean, CSK can use Deepak Huda and Rachin Ravindra for a couple of overs. So they can, I mean, 12 overs of solid spin plus 2 or 3 overs of part-time part-time spin. But what I have been hearing that that pitch number 6 could be used for this game. And if that is the case, from my experience, and I have covered a lot of matches at Chepauk, uh, international matches, IPL matches, pitch, if it is the pitch number 6, then the fast bowlers might have something up front.
Bharat, can you hear me now? Looks like he can't. Can you, Bharat? No, no, he can't hear me. Naman, how do you think this changes things? Like Shomik mentioned, and Rohit also has, updated us from the ground that pitch number 6 is getting ready, which is a much slower wicket than the last pitch, which was used in the Mumbai versus, which was used versus Mumbai. Sorry, and how do you think this changes the lineup? Do you think there are going to be any changes?
I don't think there are going to be any changes. I think if Bhuvneshwar is available, I believe they might change it with Rasikdar. RCB might do that. In case of Chennai, I think they're going to stick to that lineup, even though Sam Curran hasn't had the best of outing in the first game, and also given that he has not the best of his international careers, he's not at the best right now. They might stick to him, given that if there is a chance of dew, he might come handy, given that the finger spinners might find it difficult to bowl during the dew. But there's likely not much dew that is going to come up. But still, Sam Curran, given that Shamik sir said that there might be something for pacers, he can come handy with Khalil Ahmed. Bowling up front, he bowled brilliantly, as we saw. I mean, those wickets of Rickleton and Rohit Sharma. And then even in the fag end of the innings, Nathan Ellis also brings up something in the fag end of the innings. So that is something I think CSK is going to continue with, and they are a team that tries to stick with what they have got. They're not going to change every other game. That is, I mean, we have seen they stick to their guns. So I mean, I don't think much change unless Bhuvneshwar is available. RCB is also going to stick with their lineup.
Shomik, there's an interesting question here, Universal Star, slightly digressing from the conversation. He's saying, should the captain be given 100% credit for success in this technology dominated era? Bowling and fielding changes can be made with the help of technology. Even the coach and support staff are involved.
See, there are clear two different trend sets in the IPL. There are teams who believe captain is the most important thing. So CSK are one of them. Right from the start, it is for the fact that for so long MS Dhoni was their captain. Then again, you have seen certain teams like Gujarat Titans, for example, where captain plays second fiddle. You have seen Ashish Nehra at the dugout is so very active. So there is a thought process that we will appoint an inexperienced captain and will support them from the dugout through our coaching staff. And there are certain teams who believe no, it's the captain's call. Like this year in Punjab, even the Ricky Ponting was there. Ricky Ponting is there. Even after fast game, Shreya Shayyar took the majority of the decisions. And in the team talk after the match, Ricky Ponting said that using Vaishak and asking him to bowl those Yorkers was clearly Shreyas's plan, and it was clearly Shreyas's decision. As because in terms of data and all those things, you have data analysts with every game. But at the end of the day, on that, I mean, you live by the moment. Especially in this format, you live by the moment. So when the mess, I once again I give the Punjab Kings example. When the message came from Ricky Ponting, what are you going to do, mate? To Shreya Iyer, Shreya Iyer said, "Okay, I have Vaishak. He will bowl Yorkers, and we will close it out." Like last year, SRH games, Shreya was KKR captain, giving the last over to Harshit Rana. That was not done by the data analyst or not falling back on data. It was a decision taken on the spot. Good captains do that. Mediocre, mediocre captains rely heavily on on data and also the coaching staff, the backroom staff. But good captains, those who are proactive captains, good captains, they will listen to everyone. But at the end of the day, on the moment, they will take their decisions.
Bharat, it seems like you're finally here with us. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. There is some internet issue, so this is through mobile internet. So,
Whoever wins tonight, we don't care. Bharat has won with his internet connection, finally. But Bharat, finally, a question to you. Who has the upper hand? Let us know.
oh, that's very difficult to say. Maybe I think it is Chennai Super Kings only, I guess, because obviously they are the team who are expected to win at their home ground, Chennai. But RCB have been playing well. They played very well against obviously Kolkata Knight Riders. They would be on a high, and they have some fine players to spin. Someone like Rajat Patidar can is an exceptional player against leg spin against the delivery that goes away. So they have the players. Yes, Chennai Super Kings obviously have the spin attack, especially with Noor Ahmad coming into play. But sometimes the tracks in Chennai in recent times has been helping the fast bowlers. So if it's a slightly different pitch, maybe the one adjacent to it, there's a little more nip in it. Who knows? Maybe someone like Josh Hazelwood will come into the equation. So yeah, Chennai Super Kings obviously have the home advantage. They're expected to win. But when Chennai Super Kings play against RCB, I think it's more than just who is winning, who is losing. It's also about fans. Something that I saw last year while covering a couple of games here at Chinnaswamy. Chinnaswamy, one game at Chinnaswamy, the kind of crowds. One had to do some gymnastics exercise, I guess, to get through the fans on footpath. So that is how it was. So that tells you the kind of fan base that will get for this matches. I think that's the main factor about RCB versus Chennai Super Kings games.
Yes, and Naman, at this point, when we talk about the surface, like we've heard, it's pitch number 6 slower. Who wins the toss? Not who wins the toss, but if RCB win the toss, what should they do? Bat or bowl first?
I think they're going to chase only. That is, I think, every team's plan right now in this IPL. Although the memo hasn't reached Chepauk that it's a scoring, I mean, high scoring tournament. Chepauk has its own storyline going around. So I think, irrespective of that, like Chennai did in the last game, chased it down even in the last over. There was someone who kept through the innings, anchored the innings in Rachin Ravindra. So I think uh, Kohli being the chase master, I think they're going to bank on it. He has trained against the spin at Chepauk. I believe he has been practicing against the spinners. And with Rajat Patidar also being there, their two combination during the chase will be very vital. And they think, I believe they will be banking on that strength. There will be a bit of dew, I believe, but given that Chennai is a coastal area, winds will be coming in. I think the dew part might come in later. So, irrespective, the pitch, the conditions haven't been the best for batting. It is a slower side of the, slower pitch. So I think, irrespective, teams have gone for chasing it down. So I think RCB, if they win the toss, they are going to stick with that.
Showing there's a question here, I'll direct it towards you. Universal Star is saying, why is Dhoni backing Huda instead of Shankar, even though Huda has been struggling with the bat? You're on mute, Shomik.
One of the hallmarks of Chennai Super Kings being one of the most successful franchises in this IPL is stability. When they have picked a player, they will back them. They have picked Huda ahead of Vijay Shankar, ostensibly because of the nature of the pitch in this IPL, and he will get a run of games. That has been Chennai Super Kings' strength set. That's how MS Dhoni, Stephen Fleming, and also MS Dhoni's successor Ruturaj Gaikwad work. So they don't change combinations at the drop of a hat, and this is one of the reasons why they have been so successful. Players can play in that franchise, in that team, without looking over their shoulder. And if you when you are allowed to do that, you will always be confident without you will always be playing without the fear of failure. I know Deepak Huda played a poor shot in the last game, but I don't think uh, just on the basis of that he will be dropped for today's game. Vijay Shankar going ahead will come to the party. Going ahead, it's a long tournament. This tournament will last for 2 months. He will eventually come to the party. He will play here and there, obviously. But I don't see today they are changing their combination. I don't think so, no.
Well, let's get a point to it, if it is fine. See, Deepak Huda, I think, in my humble opinion, I think is quite a limited player. That's what I feel. He's very much a leg side player. Doesn't Is not someone who plays a lot of shots to the offside. But yeah, Chennai Super Kings have put their faith in someone like Deepak Huda. But honestly, in my opinion, I think is quite limited as a batter. But having said that, Vijay Shankar himself hasn't really lived up to the expectations. So I think that's the other side to look at it. So maybe fair enough that they are putting their faith or reposing their faith in someone like Deepak Huda. But having said, but in the last years, he's been really struggling with a bat in the IPL and mostly looks to play shots to the leg side. So I guess opposition teams have kind of found him out. That's I think the problem with someone like Deepak Huda.
Got it. We're only, oh no, there's still quite some time for the toss. 8 minutes to go. Siddharth is saying one fun fact for Shomik. RCB won the last match in Chepauk on the date. Manchester United won its last UCL.
Yeah, yeah. And Manchester United are going to finish at the bottom half of the table this time. For the first time since 91-92, they are going 90-91, they are going to finish in the bottom half of the table. I don't think, I mean, there is no bottom half of the table for RCB in the IPL, and I expect RCB to do better. At the same time, RCB are not unlike, I mean, like Manchester United, the way in their current vintage. Uh, RCB are also not going to win the title.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Let's not be so confident right away. But Naman, let's talk about matchups a little bit. Kohli versus CSK spinners. You have a Jadeja, Ashwin, and Noor Ahmed.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be a very interesting matchup. Kohli, I mean, over the past years, everyone has said that he has struggled against spin. But if we go into the stats side of it, over the last 2 seasons, he has averaged against spin around 50. He has increased his strike rate from 111 to 137, 140 something. So, I mean, that shows that the man is still improving in his, I mean, it isn't his peak form age. He's 36-year-old and he's still improving. That just tells you how much passionate he is about the game. So irrespective, the matchup will be very interesting. Jadeja and Rachin, I believe, will be a key pair that might target Kohli because of that left hand. uh, Noor Ahmed, I think, will go after Rajat Patidar. That is something I think that will be the matchup that will go around. Even Livingstone, they might target Livingstone with Noor Ahmed as well. Ashwin, I don't think will go against someone like Kohli because he has a average of 120. I'm not sure, but he has a very high average. Kohli has a very high average against Ashwin. So the matchup I might be looking out for will be Jadeja, Rachin Ravindra against Kohli and Noor Ahmed against Rajat Patidar and Livingstone. So it is going to be an interesting pair. Obviously, a trial by spin. Rajat Patidar will need to come out of the crease. I think he's better in the crease. He hits those sixes from inside the crease. But like we saw, the Rituraj Gaikwad, even Shivam Dubey and Deepak Huda were got out because they were stuck in their feet while Rachin Ravindra was coming down the crease to hit the ball because the ball was sticking into the pitch. So if that is the case, if there's no there's not much spin available, I think Rajat Patidar might have to shuffle his movement with the on the crease. So that is something that will be interesting to see.
Gargi, I have a
Bharat, another
question for you.
matchup. Yeah. For me,
Gargi,
let's go.
yeah, yeah. I have a question for you. As an RCB fan, how do you see Liam Livingstone? Do you see him as right arm mixed bag who can bowl off spin, leg spin, whatever it is, and as a batsman is a sort of Hail Mary stuff, or he is a batsman who does Hail Mary batting and can contribute as a bowler also.
The last option. That's how I see him.
Sec-
Uh,
Second option.
yeah. Yeah. A part timer, but more crucial, more impactful with his batting, and that's how it should be. I think now with Krunal Pandya firing, I think it shouldn't come to the point where Liam Livingston has to come in and bowl. I think that would be sort of the last option that they should be looking for. But when it comes to a batter like Livingston, I would rather see him contributing in the middle orders, finishing games off, rather than see him contributing with the ball. That's not something I want to see. But Bharat, another matchup that is quite interesting: Ruturaj Gaikwad versus Krunal Pandya. What do you think?
Oh, he's a good player of spin, so expect Gaikwad to come out on top if he plays Krunal Pandya. But Krunal Pandya, I guess, exceeded expectations against KKR. You see, he doesn't do much with the ball. Krunal Pandya ball stump to stump line, but if there is a lot of grip, maybe one of those Chennai pitches, then you might get a little bit of grip from the surface. But otherwise, he ball stump to stump line and hopes that the batter will make mistakes. So expect Gaikwad to come out on top. Just wanted to add something on Livingstone. I think one of the problems with Liam Livingstone is, as a batsman, when he hits it, he somehow finds the fielder in the deep to perfection. I don't know how he does it, but he somehow finds the fielder to perfection in the deep. It will go straight, exactly straight to the fielder. I think that is one of his problems. Even the T20 World Cup game against South Africa, smashed Kagiso Rabada. That was a really good shot, but it went exactly where the fielder was, and he got it. So I think that is one of his biggest problems. And as a spinner, I think he's improved as a wrist spinner, leg spin. I think his leg spin has really improved. He can give you 2-3 overs. But as an off spinner, when he bowls the left-handers, I think it's just a part timer. But RCB fans should hope that somehow he won't field the fielder to perfection. I've seen him do it too many times when he plays for England. Keep a fielder in the deep, wherever it is, maybe mid wicket, he will hit it exactly to that particular fielder.
Shomik, 2 minutes away from the toss. If since you like CSK, if CSK wins the toss, bat first or bowl first?
I say them bowling first and chasing because the dew could be a factor in Chepauk, in Chennai during this time of the year. That is number one. And basically, they are the way they like to have it, restricting their opponents to a decent, to a moderate total, and then chase it down. If they have players in their batting lineups who can who can tilt the balance in their favor even the going gets tough, even if there is pressure, even if the pressure is mounting, and even if it is sort of 50-50 games because of pure quality. Number 8 is the MS Dhoni. So you can understand the quality. Number 7 is Jadeja. So Jadeja will not score a 20 ball 50, but he is a fantastic player, great player when it comes to partnership batting. We saw that in the last game against MI also. The way he fought that brief period, he steadied the ship with a partnership with Rachin Ravindra. You have someone like Rachin Ravindra who can play in all conditions, and he can go fifth gear mind. But if the situation demands, he can play. He can play the situation also. So that kind of quality, CSK batting, and they will always back them to chase down totals in the range of 170 or 180. So from that point of view, I expect CSK to, if they win the toss, to bowl first.
All right, and not one, two updates from the ground. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Matisha Patirana are both marking their run-ups. So Rohit was right when he gave that update that the two might just play, and it looks like they will. How does that change things, Bharat?
Yeah, well, especially for Chennai Super Kings, I guess it changes a bit because they have relied on Matisha Patirana in the past. Though after he changed his action. He had a higher release in recent past, I guess, in the South Africa T20 league, and he was getting smashed around. But it seems like he's back to his old action where the release is a lot lower, so that could help Patirana. Because see, what happens is his release comes from behind his back, somewhere behind his back, and then it passes through the air. So you are looking at the bowler as a batsman and thinking where the ball is coming from. So I guess that is the thing with Matisha Patirana. So hopefully, as he's gone back to his old release point, it would help him, and it would help Chennai Super Kings. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, yeah, is a good swing bowler, friend.
Right.
But I'm not very sure how much it changes because Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is not at his peak. Let us remember that he's not some 27 or 28-year-old. He is getting older. So I'm
Yeah.
not very sure how much it will change, but at least his experience definitely should help RCB in some way or the other, maybe in the slog overs.
Yeah. And we have the toss update. It's CSK who has won the toss. And what have they done with the toss? I'm just waiting for the other update. All I know
Opted to
is
bowl.
CSK opted
Opted
to
to bowl.
bowl. So, Shomik, are you happy?
No, I know them sort of inside out
Oh,
from 2008.
better than Noni.
To be fair, from 2024, 10 out of, I mean, 8 out of 10 teams have opted to bowl first. So, I mean, even RCB would have
Exactly.
gone for that.
IPL,
But
it's
then,
a little bit predictable.
yeah. So, Gargi, as far as you are concerned, what's going to be the predicted score for RCB?
Predicted score for RCB, I think 182. I think it
182.
should be good enough. Yeah.
It's a good.
And I think it
It
should
will be
be
a
good
good
enough.
total. Yeah.
Yes.
If they get to 180, that is a very good
Very
total actually.
competitive total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very competitive
Uh,
total.
why don't you guys also give your score and winner predictions? Shomik, let's start with you.
Between 160 to 170 RCB, and
Yes.
CSK winning by 4 or 3 wickets.
Okay. Okay. Bharat?
Maybe RCB 170, and I have a gut feel CSK will lose today.
Oh, good man. Naman?
Yeah, I mean, I also think that RCB will score somewhere around 170, 180 today, and they're going to win their first, I mean, after 2008.
Oh, nice, nice. I think these are very good predictions today. All, even not all, but 3 out of 4 in favor of RCB. I think we won the show today. RCB fans have won the show. But let's see
Yeah.
what happens at the end of the game. We'll be back, so don't forget to join us then. And also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everyone.